Venus in Scorpio. We meet again. It's nice to meet your acquaintance again. Venus in Scorpio, it's time to accept your depth. You are a very deep individual, a very deep soul who has experienced a lot of emotional upheaval throughout your life. Maybe even emotional betrayals. A lot of emotional experiences that have made you stronger, that has made your skin thicker and tougher, that has made you a much more deeper soul, a much more deeper individual. I mean, you didn't get that depth from thin air, you know what I'm saying? You didn't get the depth from, you know, for just anything, from just, nothing. You got the depth from all of those experiences, those maybe even traumatic experiences that you went through as a child, a teenager, a young adult, an adult. Maybe even some that you still go through today as we speak. But somehow, Venus in Scorpio, and this is the amazing thing about you, is that you find a way to make it through. You find a way to pull yourself out of the rubble, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. Just like a true Scorpio, you have an inner strength, a silent inner strength about you that, it's like a candle that just can't be burned out. You have just an amazing amount of strength and depth to you that, it's time for you to accept and learn to be okay with. By the way, I'm Lamarr Townsend. I'm a natural intuitive, clairvoyant, clairaudient, empathic, psychic tarot reader. I'm also a zodiac enthusiast. I'm also an artist, a musician. So I would love if you would check out the rest of my YouTube channel. I'm also a video editor. I do a lot. I'm also a graphic designer. So, but most of all, I talk about astrology and the zodiac. Right now, Venus and Scorpio, I'm talking to you and about you, alright? By the way, if you didn't know, I'm a Venus and Scorpio as well. So you can follow me on Instagram at Lamarr Townsend. You can like me on Facebook, facebook.com/Lamarr Townsend Official. You can contact me at lamarrtownsendtarot.com for your own personal, private, confidential tarot reading, or email me at lamar.townsend@gmail.com. Once again, that's lamarrtownsendtarot.com or lamar.townsend@gmail.com. Pricing information, actually, you can actually purchase and book your reading directly from my website. So all that information will be linked, as well as an FAQ page, page where you can read personal reading testimonials from clients who have gotten readings from me and have come back numerous times. All on my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. All right. So I would love to do a reading for you. With that being said, by the way, all of the links to my social media and my website will be linked below in the description box. All right, if you're watching on YouTube. If not, find a way to get to YouTube and get to my description box, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, Venus and Scorpio, you are a very deep soul, a very deep individual. And it's important for you to find or seek out people that can match that same depth in you, that can at the very least understand the depth that you have, because there's many layers to you. There are many facets to a Venus in Scorpio. I mean, Venus in Scorpio is not a surface level type of person. You go underneath the surface. You want to know what's underneath the surface. What are your secrets? What are your truths? What are you hiding? You know what I'm saying? You want to know everything. And, maybe part of your fear of revealing certain things about yourself to other people, because, you love learning about other people, but you're not so quick to reveal things about yourself, right? I mean, I say this as a Venus and Scorpio myself, so I know myself, I'm definitely not so quick to reveal certain things about myself. Like, I have to fully trust you. Venus and Scorpio is all about trust and loyalty. We have to know that we have your undying loyalty and that we can trust you. And that's very hard for Venus and Scorpio to do, is to trust someone, right? Anyways, I think part of Venus and Scorpio's fear of revealing certain things about ourselves is that we afraid of ourselves in a way? Are we afraid of the depth that we have within ourselves, that we hold within ourselves? Because as a Venus and Scorpio, we've been through a lot of emotional trauma. We've been through a lot of emotional experiences that have shaped us and molded us to be the person that we are today, good and bad, right? So part of it is being like, okay, whoa, 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 like, I need to anchor myself. I need to find some sort of anchor within myself and anchor myself and figure this out, You are deep, and it's time to stop interacting so much and seeking out so many relationships with people who aren't so deep, who aren't as deep as you, who are very surface level kind of people. Once you accept the depth within yourself, once you accept the emotional depth, you know, just the emotional depth alone within you, Venus and Scorpio, is immense. I mean, and depending on what your sun sign is and all that, what you have going on, you may not even totally be aware of like how emotionally deep you are and just how deep of a person you are, you know what I'm saying? And I think the more you get in touch with that side of yourself, that deep side of yourself, that side of yourself that is somehow able to move on after going through an emotionally traumatic experience, you know, and be better, be stronger, rise literally like the phoenix. Who better than a Venus and Scorpio? Especially in a romantic relationship, because Venus is all about, romance, relationships, bond building. And with a Venus and Scorpio, we're in it for the long haul. We're in it all or nothing, right? So when something like that ends, it's super duper difficult for a Venus and Scorpio to cope with. But somehow we find a way to pull through. We find we pull from the depths within ourselves to pull through and move on, reinvent ourselves, go through some sort of self-development, some sort of self-healing process, become a better person through it all, and then end up attracting someone way better and making our exes jealous and secretly obsessive with us. When low key, when we were with them, we were super duper obsessive about them. It's interesting how the tables turn, right? Venus and Scorpio. What can I say? What can you say? I mean, the saying goes, you don't appreciate something until it's gone, right? I think the more you accept the depth within yourself, the more you'll want to be surrounded by people who accept the depth within you as well. You know? I'm sure you're more than what you show people in public. There's more to you, I'm sure. You know, than what you show when you're not behind closed doors. And safe closed doors, by the way. Or is there? How in touch with your depth are you? Because sometimes our depth can be too painful to, be in touch with, you know? But I find more and more part of life, of like the process of life, is like kind of sludging through all the gunk, so to speak, to get to that depth. Like sludging through all the blockages, breaking through all the blockages to get to our depth, as a Venus and Scorpio. Because I think, getting in touch and accepting our depth as a Venus and Scorpio is part of the clue in a way. It's part of cracking the code, you know, as a Venus and Scorpio. It's part of seeing the light in a way. It's like going through a dark tunnel, and then like literally it's like once you get in touch with that depth, that side of yourself, it's literally like, the light breaks through and you see the light. It's like, I've been perfect this whole time just the way I am. I've been fighting, these sides of myself, these dark sides of myself that I don't understand. Meanwhile, connecting with the depth of myself helps me to get a better understanding of why I act the way I act. And now I have a much better appreciation for myself and all that I've gone through, good and bad, right, Venus and Scorpio? So, this is exactly why, as a Venus and Scorpio, I believe that you should accept your depth. Yes, we've been through a lot as a Venus and Scorpio. And it doesn't matter what age you are. I don't care if you're watching this as a 17-year-old, 13-year-old, 25-year-old, 28-year-old, 30-year-old, 40-year-old, 50-year-old, 60. It doesn't matter. Like, it literally doesn't matter. Alright? Accept your depth. Learn to love yourself. Stop running away from yourself. The more you run away from yourself, Venus and Scorpio, the more other people are going to run away from you. Stop running and just embrace yourself and your depth. Alright, Venus and Scorpio, please contact me for your own personal, private, confidential tarot reading at lamarrtownsendtarot.com. Oh my gosh, this shirt is so comfortable. I got it from Banana Republic today, and immediately when I saw it, I was like, yes, I need it. But you know how whenever I make financial decisions, I'm always like, nope, I need to make sure I really want this. So I walked around the mall, and I went back, I was like, I still want it, and I got it. So I was like, yes, yes, Banana Republic +1. Venus in Scorpio. I have something stuck in my eye. I have an eyelash stuck in my eye. Crap. Venus in Scorpio. This has been another talk with Lamarr Townsend. I hope you enjoyed this. And until our next talk, all right? Let us continue to heal and improve ourselves and go towards the light as a people and learn to love ourselves more in our depth. All right? Thank you guys for being so awesome. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Follow me on Instagram at Lamarr Townsend. Like me on Facebook, facebook.com/Lamarr Townsend Official. Contact me for your own personal reading if you so choose. Till next time. Thank you.